I call Ross Robertson.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That's normally followed by a withdrawal and an apology, Mr. Chair.
I withdraw an apology. Grant Robertson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I rise to speak in my very own identity on Part 2 of the bill. Part 2 of this bill brings us to, I guess, the part of the bill that is somewhat disturbing for members of the opposition. With Part 1, we're able to at least agree in principle around the question of paid parental leave. But when it comes to the changes to the parental tax credit, we come to a more difficult and deeper issue. The good news here is the recognition that parents need more support, that parents who are undertaking the job of raising children, pretty much whoever they are, need support. We all know that the costs that are in front of all parents are great. Having children is something that when it is undertaken, parents realise the additional costs. All parents should get that support. And that's the problem we have with Part 2 of the bill, Mr. Chair, is because a group of parents are being excluded. And what Labor decided when we brought out our Best Start policy at the beginning of the year was that we would create a system that would provide support for children up to 1 year of age, for everybody up to $150,000 who earned $150,000 a year. And we would extend that for children up to 3 years of age, depending upon the circumstances of those parents. And that is to support low-income families, that is to support vulnerable children. And that is what is missing from Part 2 of this bill. Support for the most vulnerable children. Support for the 14,000 parents who are living below the poverty line. The 50,000 children who are living below the poverty line. And Part 2 of this bill says those children are excluded. Those parents are excluded. The changes to the parental income tax credit do not support those parents. Jackie Dean seems to have a problem with that. Jackie Dean seems to have a problem with the fact that the government could have come to the House today and said, we get it. We get that all parents need support. All parents need support. But no, only those parents that the National Party deem valuable get support tonight. Not the parents, not the parents who are living below the poverty line, not the people who are really struggling to bring up children. They're not the deserving parents for the National Party, because once again the National Party's deciding who are the deserving and who are the undeserving. This was an opportunity, Mr. Chair, an opportunity tonight for the National Party to bring forward to the House some kind of support for all parents, or at least most parents. But no, they chose to exclude those. More than Labor does, said Jackie did. More than Labor did. This from the government who told us working for families was communism by stealth and then adopted it wholesale. And take credit in the House for the benefits of working for families. No, Jackie Dean's got it wrong. The National Party's got it wrong tonight. A great opportunity has been missed to lift children out of poverty. And that was one of the disturbing things, Mr. Chair, listening to the budget today, was that 285,000 New Zealanders are living in poverty. 285 New Zealand children are living in poverty. And the national government skirted around that today. John Key denied that number even existed yesterday in the House. Here's a very specific piece of legislation that could have dealt with that very issue, and they did not do so. And, Mr. Chair, I think that's a great shame. I think that there could have been amendments to this bill, and I know that my colleague Jacinda Ardern, who's going to speak in the very near future, is interested in putting forward SOPs that actually bring this bill into line with Labor's Best Start policy. Because what we've got here is half a Best Start for children, a false start for children. And that actually, well, no, it is. Mike Sabin disagrees. Why exclude 50,000 children, Mr. Sabin? I want Mr. Sabin and other National Party members, to stand up and tell New Zealanders why it is that 50,000 children miss out.
To Cinder Ardern.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Well, Mr. Sabin finished